right, Danielle, this is going to be your reading. What I'm going to be using, just so you know, I have a few decks that I'm going to be using. I'm also using this paranormal tech that I have for communication. And then I have a few crystals that I'm going to lay around it just to help boost any sort of signal to communicate with your grandfather. So I'm going to turn this on, and just so you know, it spews out words, a lot of words randomly first. It's going to say words throughout my reading, but whatever word I feel stands out to me during this reading, I'll bring it up to you.
Morning, finish, 11, legs.
All right, so the device is on, it's over here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera because I can't tell. I'm just gonna shuffle the cards, and I'm just gonna ask Lewis, what kind of person were you when you were alive? Just give me 5 cards to tell me what kind of person you were when you were alive. Just so I can better understand you as well. I understand you were 43 when you passed away, Lewis. That's pretty young. Can you just let me know what kind of person you were when you were alive? And then one more card. So we have blessings and well-being. We have renewal and enlightenment. I'm wondering if you were very much into religion, if you're a religious person. And you have beauty and abundance. And then you have change and possibilities. And you have success and triumph. So this is already telling me Lewis was somebody who was, one, hardworking. I feel like he was very much a religious person too. Well known by a lot of people where he lived or where he would live in the neighborhoods that he's been in. I also feel like because he passed so young, there were things that he was working on that he wanted to, you know, see to succession. Like he had plans, because you have the card of success and ideas coming out. So he did have a lot of plans that he wanted to work on, and he was very much a busy person. You have the octopus here, and octopuses have a lot of hands, you know, dip their hands and do a lot of things. So he was very much a busy person. I feel like he was very much into his community, or at least the people around him that knew him well enough. You also have beauty and abundance here. I don't know if he was one of those who was very much into his looks. Like he had to look presentable. He had to be like, look his best every time. And then you have renewal and enlightenment here, which brings me back to the whole religious aspect of it, because I'm seeing blessings. I'm also seeing like a cross, like a golden cross. I don't know, did you always wear like a golden cross around your neck? Or Danielle, is that something that you can check on me for? I'm not sure, but I'm seeing like a golden cross around his neck. So that's what I'm getting from Lewis, or at least that's what Lewis is telling me of how he was when he was alive. And again, this could be throughout his life. It doesn't have to necessarily be towards the ending or towards the end of his life, but I feel like this was very much the type of person that he was. Now, as far as the question that you have for Lewis, Danielle wants to know if you were the one who visited her at night as she was growing up. I'm trying to see which deck to choose for that question. I have a few out next to me, but I'm trying to see which one I'm being drawn to. Guess we picked this one, Lewis. So Lewis, were you the one visiting Danielle at night as she grew up? Was that you watching over her?
Maximum.
Maximum. To the maximum? To the most, or the most nights that you could see her? Give me one card, Lewis, just to confirm to Danielle if you were the one. I have humor coming out. That's like, I'm seeing him Obviously the card is showing somebody laughing, but I'm seeing him smiling. That's kind of affirming to me that that was him. And also with this coming out, he must have been like not like well, maybe the family clown actually, because he brought a lot of people together is the vibe that I'm getting. And this is a very happy card coming out to you. So with this alone, it's already telling me yes. It's giving me a yes that was him visiting you at night as you were growing up too. Lewis, do you have something that you want to tell Danielle specifically? Like anything that you want her to know or focus on? That's just something that I want to ask for her. So I feel like you want to tell her something. Because you're obviously watching over her. I feel like you still are. You have the white raven that came out. And you know what? I never knew white ravens existed, which that in itself is pretty awesome and magical if you ask me. So I feel like he's saying that there's some things that you've been going through that you don't understand why, or kind of like what's the point kind of thing. But he's telling me, you know what, it's something that you have to go with the flow. It's something that if you're going through something hard right now, he's letting you know. He keeps saying like baby girl. I keep hearing him say baby girl. Like he's saying, baby girl, it's gonna be okay. You got this. Tomorrow is another day. The sun keeps shining even though there's clouds that might cover it sometimes, but the sun is still there. I keep hearing him say baby girl though, but it sounds very like loving, if that makes sense, just how he's saying it. All right, and I'm just gonna ask for one more card. I'm getting drawn to another deck, hold on. And for some reason, Danielle, I don't know if, I'm seeing you crying at night. Does that make sense? Maybe it happened not too long ago, but I'm seeing you cry at night. Or something happened where you just like released all these emotions by yourself at night. And he was there when that happened. So I had the orphan card coming out, which is telling me there was a time not too long ago where I'm seeing you crying at night by yourself and just like spewing out all of these emotions. And this card came out and he's telling me that he was there with you when that happened. He was there to try his best to console you, or at least to give you that strength to get out of that rut. Does that make any sense? I don't know why I'm getting teary-eyed. So when you were going through this, I see him like he was like towards on your left side and he was putting his arm on your back to kind of like console you is what I'm seeing. So he's there with you when you're going through those tough times and he is watching over you. All right, so that was your reading, Danielle, with Lewis, to see if he had any messages for you, and also just to understand what kind of person he was, at least for myself. But if you have any questions, or if any of this, I'm still crying by the way, if any of this made sense to you or resonated with you, let me know. If you can message me on Facebook, so I know, if you can just give me feedback. I didn't get anything come out of my device here, mainly just the one word I think maximum came out. Yeah, if you have any questions or feedback that you want to give me for this reading, please let me know. Please message me because it really does help me out. I need to stop crying. All right, I'll see you next time, Danielle. Bye.